encourage hii mambo, hata mambo ya kahawa na nini, nothing will come from there. Hiyo kulikuwa mchana hapa alisema vipidi re, you know those things are still new to our time. Hii ni vipidi ati mtasaidiwa kahawa, mtasaidiwa hii vipidi ya kutuweka pale kama wajinga. You can see the moving of figures. Anatoa kwa huyu anaweka kwa huyu, anatoa kwa baba anaweka kwake, mchana hadharani. When I realized what he was doing, I don't want to get into those things kwa sababu hadina muda, but I called the governor of Nyandarua, anaitwa Kimemia, na nilimuita saa 7 mchana, hata haikuifika. Nikamwambia hapa ile inaendelea, kuna ukora mwingi na hakuna mtu hapa anatoboa. We would rather start thinking quickly what is that we can do. Kimemia akaniambia goja kidogo, niko na network yangu hapa na pale. Nikamwambia sawa, ngoja hiyo network tuongee baadaye. Saa 3 ya usiku nikampigia, network inafanya namna gani? Akaniambia ako na mkutano. Saa 7 ya usiku akanipigia, akaniambia tufanye press conference. Nikamwambia unaita nani saa 7 ya usiku akuja kwa press? Kwa sababu now there was no elections that were held in Mount Kenya. And one of the reasons why even bipartisanship discussions must be outside parliament ni kwa sababu zile kula mnaona ziliondolewa baba na zikawekewa huyu jamaa, and I see people confusing here, to us is not a president, huyu Sakayo. Zile kula alitolewa kwa baba zikawekewa Sakayo, vile vile za wabunge zilifanywa vile. Na ndio tuko na watu kama mfano na ni viongozi, people you can never trust with the representing you anywhere, and that is why we cannot trust bunge to represent us in any of the issues that we want. That's why these discussions must be held outside, because even that institution is a product of thuggery. Na ndio unaona wameiba kura Mount Kenya. Jubilee chama kweli kiko katika sehemu zote Kenya, lakini wingi wa watu ulikuwa Mount Kenya. Wameiba kura, wamekuja kuiba chama ya Jubilee. Wamemaliza hiyo, wamekuja kuiba kodoo. Sasa ndio hao wanaiba hata wabunge, wamebeba huyo akina Kenan. When you go and commit adultery huko na watu, you cannot come around here and tell us to discuss good manners about a marriage when you are having an adulterous affair like they are doing in political parties. Ruto is federalizing political parties, and he wants to ensure that there is no party that can challenge him 2027 if he ever gets there. We must stop him now. Na hakuna mambo ya kufikiria mambo mengine. We must stop these guys now. And I'm happy with the spirit that I've seen here. Remember also he rejected the constitution of 2010. And no wonder they are amending the constitution through the standing orders. Wameamend constitution through the standing orders, na Kidiki mwanasheria ambaye anaheshimika ako kule bugeni kuongea na bunge, completely unconstitutional. We are on a we are going down in a very bad way, and we need to stop them very quickly. So I want to say this. I believe that, like others have said, these negotiations, you must read good faith from the beginning. The fact that we have members of parliament who are already working with UDA without the permission of their parties, having crossed the floor without following the due process of law, is a condition that must be first and foremost. They must go back to the people and get the mandate. Ili tukae chini. Bila hiyo, maandamano. Bila hiyo, maandamano. It is contempt of the people of Kenya. It's contempt of the political parties that they belong to. And I think it is important that we also say this. Mimi ninaitwa madhahuria na ni sawa sawa, nakubali. Sufuria kama haina chakula, maandamano. Sufuria kama haina chakula, maandamano. Sufuria kama haina mchara, maandamano. I believe that we cannot stop maandamano, and Baba, and I also plead with you among others, maandamano tuendelee, tukae na hawa watu kama watakaa chini tusikizane na hawa. Na ninakubaliana na mambo ya kausho. Jamani, hawa watu walileta ujinga Mount Kenya. Unaenda kusema pale technical discussions kwa TV, wewe unaonekana peleka ujinga kwa wao. That is the only thing they understand. In discussions, in everything that you do, ujinga ndio itatoa hawa. They are trying to make use of us in a bad way. I want to thank you for your commitment to this cause. Tafadhali tuendelee, and I want to make an appeal to Mount Kenya leaders now. Fuata wairia, kujeni tufanye hii kazi, usichelewe. If Mount Kenya people had come out in the demonstrations that we had in the last 2 weeks, we would be in a different space today. They are the ones holding us back on this government. They are the only ones holding Ruto in State House. Hakuna mtu mwingine amebaki naye. Wakitoka, huyu jamaa atakibia kama siafu. Asante.
Makofi kwa Bwana Kioni. Asante sana. Kabla sijaleta mama aongee nasi, alete baba. Tuko na ndugu yangu kutoka kule Western. Yeye ndiye amekuwa mkubwa wa magavana wote Kenya, mimi nikiwa waziri wa ugatuzi, na kuna jambo ambalo amekuwa anahimiza sana, mambo ya devolution. Na unataka tukubaliane na the civil society. One of the issues you have raised here ni kwamba Kenya kwanza haitambui ugatuzi na haina haja na ugatuzi. Vile comrades hamjapata help yenu, vile wafanyikazi wa university tumesikia lecturers hapo wakisema hawajapata mishahara yao, na all civil servants, vile county zetu zote hazijapokea pesa tangu December. This is the beginning of the end of devolution. Governor Oparanya, karibu usalimu watu wetu, ndio tulete mama na baba. Asante.
Wananchi hamjambo tena. All protocols observed baba, na wale viongozi wengine na wale ambao wamekuja siku ya leo. Yangu kwanza ni kumshukuru mumepata nafasi ya kuja kuongea hapa. Kazi yetu leo ilikuwa kusikiza, na tumesikia. But before I go far, when you see these figures that were here, the theft that was done here, it annoys you. Wengine tulikuwa tunatafuta kura, hatulali. Lakini wengine kazi yao ni kupanga vile wataiba kura. This arouses bitterness to many people in this country. You have spoken so many things here. You have raised so many issues here. But in my capacity as the chairman of the Azimio Executive Council, I want to refocus you people on 4 important issues that we have put on the table, so that we don't lose that particular focus as members of this movement. The first one is cost of living. And we unveiled these issues when we unveiled the committee, the parliamentary committee that we have selected. We should not lose focus on the cost of living. And the cost of living, we are looking at short term. What are the issues that we are looking at? Cost of food, cost of fuel, cost of electricity, and school fees. Other issues are long term. We cannot deal with the complicated fiscal and monetary policies that they are. Those ones we can deal with later. Because the issue of cost of living is easier to deal with, because it is the Kenya Kwanza government that removed subsidies. The solution is to return subsidies immediately. There will be a major change in cost of living. The second issue is the opening of the server, which we can put together with the IPC reconstitution of the committee. That one has been understood very well with those who came here to talk about it. That is a very critical issue. And what you have seen here, as said by my colleague here, is treason. The people who did this are not even the commissioners. They are people who are working in the IT section within the IBC. These people are still in employment. They are there. Who are used to steal this election. And I feel one of the recommendations is to scrap the entire IBC as it happened before. So that from the sweeper up to the chairman, they are all sent home. So that we have fresh people, committed Kenyans who are looking for those particular jobs to do them. The other issue that we are focused on, this party discipline, buying of leaders, buying of members of parliament, in the name of going to State House, being told that you are coming here for development. You know very well there is devolution, money is going to counties, monies are going to constituencies in the name of CDF to help in development. What other development are you going to State House to get? These members of parliament. We cannot build democracy in this country, sustain it, if members of parliament are being bought day and night in the name of development. That is the third issue. The last issue is the exclusion of other communities from civil service employment. You have seen what is happening. Even you, the youth, because that time, wakati ule, nyinyi vijana ndio mlikuwa mnasema hustler. Muniambie wakati huu, how many youth have been employed in, all these people have been employed. From the CSS, from the PSS, and from the CASS. And even those who have been appointed as members of the boards, chairmen of the boards, telling me how many hustlers are there. That is an issue. Because this country belongs to all of us. And we must be included because all of us pay taxes. So we must be included in that. Those are the four critical issues that we are focusing on. But other issues might arise. And we shall look at them as they arise. The other day in Kimaliza, I met one of them, and he was telling me, he was asking me, how is the financier? How is your financier? I said, who is this financier? At Uhuru Kenyatta. Nikasema, when we go for this mass action, do we pay the people who come there? Do we transport people who come there? Do we transport them? It is only the address system. You mean these people cannot afford an address system? Do we finance those ladies who pour water on us when there is teargas? We use that water to wipe our eyes. Do we pay them? So which finances is here? And if Uhuru can finance Raila Odinga this time, how come when Raila was demonstrating against him, who was financing Raila Odinga? And this is not the first time Raila is leading such a movement. It has happened before. But you Kenyans, as we live here, remember, we have had election disputes from 2007, 2008. We lost so many lives. 2013, 2017, and now we are on 2022. We must have a lasting solution for this problem. If we have to have stability and economic growth in this country, we must have that. But the mwisho, I'm surprised when Ruto says that we can't borrow for current expenditure. When people are going without salaries, and salaries is a major expenditure within the economy. That's how you grow the economy, by putting more money in the economy through the people. And the salary is the only equitable way of putting money in the economy. And that's why 2009, 2007, 2008, when we had problems here in Kenya, we had to come up with economic stimulus so that we pour more money in the economy to grow the economy so that people can get employment. Asante sana.
Thank you very much. I think that was our last speaker before I now bring our main speakers. And I will be requesting Adam the Law that after mama na baba wakishaongea tutakuwa tumemalizia hapo, so nitaomba ya kwamba resolutions zetu Suba Churchill will read for us so that when I bring mama alete baba tufungie hapo. But before we do that, I just want to say one or two words. First of all, to appreciate the comrades and the young people of this country. To appreciate civil society, our religious leaders, private sector, and all those who have walked this journey with us. What Oduor Ongwen said when he was opening these talks was that this place, this Ufungamano, where you are right now, are actually sacred political grounds. And the two leaders I'm about to bring to you have been part of that journey. I was a young man here, about 21, when I was a student at this university, when I saw Kina Martha Karua and Raila Odinga, Kina Orengo, with some of our leaders, patriots who have left us, Kina Jaramogi, Kina Muliro, Kina Shikuku, they've all gone now, Kina Matiba, Rubia. They used to come here. And they had very deep partnership with the civil society, with the private sector, with the religious sector. We used to meet here. This is where, as a country, we found our true north politically. When we wanted to find our bearings, our compass was right here. This is where we came to chart the course and the way forward. And therefore, I want to thank the organizers of this particular meeting and to thank civil society, because this war cannot be won without you.